Hello, beautiful sacred feminines. Thank you for joining me again. This last full moon in Libra was really a power punch. Like, wow, a lot of powerful energies going on there. I just wasn't expecting that. I guess wasn't ready for all that was going to come through. It sounded like from the astrology I was listening to that I don't know, just didn't sound quite as intense as it was. And I guess I recall one woman I listened to, Heather Ensworth, I believe her name is. I've just recently gotten turned on to her and really love all that she's putting out. She did talk about it being pretty deep and really stirring up some trauma and getting to see how we've done trauma. There's a helicopter flying over. I'm right near the Grand Canyon, so there's helicopter tours, and they take off in the morning. So I'm recording this in the morning, so there's helicopters flying over. So apologies for that. That's part of life in a converted shuttle bus. It's just like that's what it is. So anyway, so yeah, she was talking about the traumas, inherited traumas, and getting to look at excuse me, how we've done things in the past and honoring that it may not have been the best, and just like taking responsibility for that, and moving forward to deciding to make different choices, healthier decisions. So she really tapped into kind of like this trauma piece of it. But and that was a different take on it that I'd heard from other astrologers. But wow, it really kind of got in deep for me. And I was in Sedona, and I got to go hiking early in the morning that morning, and went into the Red Rocks, and climbed up high and just sat there on this ledge, and it was so peaceful and quiet, and just really kind of connected, and was doing my practice up there, and just I felt my ancestors like so powerfully with me. And I was just working on releasing a lot of what I was still carrying of theirs, because if you follow me and know what I do, that's a big piece of it, clearing the ancestral inherited collective trauma that we're all working with, the heavy dense energies on the planet and within ourselves, so clearing those out so we can move into our higher consciousness that we're moving towards. That's what's going on right now. So that's I'm just really excited about that, and I've done a lot of work with it. There's just so much to clear. There's just so much. So I was just feeling them really strongly, and it was just like, okay, let's work to release this energy, anything that's ready to go right now, given the full moon energies that we were working with. Something had been opened up for sure, like I don't know, gateway or portal, or some energy was ripe, and possibly the Red Rocks. There was a vortex that right where I was that was just like real powerful as well. So working with that, and really taking the opportunity to clear, and just offer that dense energy, the old energy, into the earth, deep down into the Mother Earth, for transmutation. And just really feeling like feeling the density of it, and feeling it. I feel it move through my body in a really powerful, I wouldn't say necessarily painful way, but sometimes painful. I just feel the energy like moving through, like I'm kind of like a filter trying to move the energy through. I've learned how to work with that a lot better, and to just open up and let it move through. So I was doing that, and cleared a lot. I feel like really I felt a freedom and an opening and an ease come through. And then I think, because of the Libra moon, which is about, that Libra energy is really harmony and balance and relationships, relating in a harmonious way with others, and in a more equal way. What do we each bring to the relationship? And I'm not just talking about romantic relationships, but all relationships, relationships with people we work with, relationships with our friends. Is it an equal give and take? Are we both bringing good positive energy to the table, or is it more of a draining thing, or one is doing too much, and one is giving, one is taking more? And so Libra is really kind of looking at those energies for ourselves, and yeah, and bringing that more into balance. Not that there's ever such a thing as balance, because our energies are just always shifting and moving, but we can try to get it more into equilibrium, for ourselves in a healthy way, recognizing that it is always shifting and moving and changing. That's the one constant, right? Change. So we're not going to ever achieve this perfect balance that we're just going to be able to maintain. That's not how humans work. That's not how our world works. So, but we can be aware of it and conscious of it and recognize where it's very out of balance, that is not supporting us at all, right? Recognizing that there's always going to be a little give and take and compromise. But, if it's ultimately nourishing and supportive for us, great, move forward with that. But when it's not, recognize that and work to either, bring it into more harmony and balance, or leave the situation, and sometimes that's what's necessary too, because it's not ever going to come into balance. Sometimes it's just not right, that's just what it is, right? So honor that, recognize it, and go, okay, I tried that, it didn't work, time to move on. So, but what was coming through for me is always working with the trauma and the heavy energies, but also to really, how important it is to recognize the beauty of our ancestors and all of their celebrations and the loves that they experienced and the beautiful parts of their life, and the beautiful parts of humanity that have come forward that we've embodied and imbued as well. There's gorgeous things that I've inherited from my family, really beautiful elements, and just the importance of not focusing too much on one side, the trauma and the fear-based energy. It's a whole. There's a whole. There's polarity. There's shadow and light. And we can't just be on one side or over here. We can't just really super focus on the trauma and the fear-based energies. We gotta bring it all together. So recognizing the beauty and the beauty of humanity, and the beautiful things that have moved forward with us and that we've inherited from previous generations. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot. So, and there's much love. The human journey is one of all of the emotions, all the feelings, all the experiences, all of the things. So, honoring what's come through. There's a lot, what are the beautiful things that you've brought forward from your family that, that are a part of your life, that are a very integral part of your life. For me, I think of my aunt and how caring she's always been for me, and her aesthetic, the beauty that she brings into her home, and the way she just, design is an important piece for her. So I've inherited my love of design and beauty, aesthetics from her. That's a thing that always really spoke to me about her. From my grandmother, it was gardening, and just the love and caring that she had for me as well. And and recognizing their struggle, and as women especially, growing up in previous generations, I've learned a lot from that. And that's really informed the woman that I've become today. Their journeys and their going through life in a time that really was much less supportive of women's energies and what they had to bring to the table. We've come a long way. So my mother's love of wanting to feed others and care for others, and cook and create. She's very creative. She loves to make stuff for people and give that away, or sell it. But just nurturing people in that way. She's always been really creative and really putting that out there. So I honor that in my mother, and I feel like I've gotten some of that from her as well. And my father is just really funny. I know he's got a lot of his stuff too, but a lot of stuff he's working with, but he's always kind of brought humor into it, and made me laugh. And so there's that beautiful aspect of that. And beautiful things from my brother and sister, and just all the people in my family. So inherited a lot of beautiful qualities. So that's just really important for us to honor that too, as we're recognizing and working with the fear-based energies to recognize the beautiful love-based energies as well that we've brought forward. So just really important. I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about that. I know my videos tend to be a lot longer, so I'm going to keep this one a little short maybe. I just love to talk and connect and share. And I just learned today Venus has moved into Gemini. So Gemini is such a communicator. I'm just like, woo, very mental and verbal and like, oh, so so that's kind of funny. I love that energy. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. And I wonder what came up for you at the full moon. I have another good awareness that came through for me too, but I'm going to save that for a different video again in the interest of keeping this one a little bit shorter. So check that out and check that out when you're done with this, or another time when you're inspired to do so. And as always, I offer energy healing sessions to help us work with these traumatic energies that we're moving through. And right now it's just such a powerful time on this planet to clear those low vibe frequencies so we can open more to the high vibe frequencies that are coming in. When we're stuck and stagnant and filled with the low vibe, there's not room for the high vibe to come in. So getting that out, the blockages, the density, the limiting belief systems, the old constructs that are spinning in our mind, they're in our body, the emotional trauma that's trapped in our body. When we can get that out of there, the light can come in a lot more, and we can really elevate and heal and move forward at a much quicker rate than we can just like talking about or thinking about what's going on, or reading books about it. We are energy. We are made of energy. So working with it at an energetic level to clear that energy, of course it's gonna like supercharge what we're doing, right? So I wanted to let you know there's that. And I have my 6-week program coming up here. Starts on April 23rd. If you're seeing this before that, it's 6 weeks of energy healing sessions, really deep diving with writing exploration, getting into all of these lower vibe frequencies, the traumas and the inherited grief, the unconscious grief, the inherited trauma that we're working with. And we spend the first 3 weeks like really getting into the systems, into how it's come through our family, how that's showing up for us, what that looks like for unhealthy relationship patterns that we keep repeating, heavy density in our bodies, insecurities, unworthiness, not feeling valued, unhealthy sexuality. Our connection to our bodies and to our sexuality is really distorted and disturbed, and we really need a lot of help around that and clearing that energy out. So we're really working with the ancestral healing aspect. The first 3 weeks we kind of deep dive into that. In the second 3 weeks we really open to the new energies coming through, and we look at how to move forward. Now we've really worked on this, the low vibes, getting understanding of it, because when we bring it into our consciousness, then we can work with it. A lot of this stuff remains unconscious. So getting into the wounded feminine, what are these different aspects that we've inherited that have come through, working with healing the ancestors, healing the energy of ourselves. And then okay, so now how do we move forward? What are the powerful new energies we want to align with and really embody? And we'll dive into those energies. So we, again, once we know what they are and what we're trying to align with, it's a lot easier than just saying, I want to align with the sacred feminine. Well, what does that mean? What is that for you? What is that for you personally? What are the qualities that you really want to embody and imbue, and how can you move towards those? How do you get into that and really start rocking that out for yourself? And it's a very personal journey. Each one of us is going to resonate with a different energy we're wanting to align with. So there's ritual every week for you, your own personal ritual that you can get into to get to know your own self, to get to know your ancestors, to clear out those energies that you're carrying of theirs, and it heals them as well. And then, what are the positive qualities that you're trying to align with? What speaks to you and to your heart? This is a very personalized program, because I'm not going to tell you what's important to you. I don't know what we're all such unique, amazing, powerful beings, and it's going to be different. So this is a self-exploration for you. Again, that's why I say it's very personalized. It's not me telling you what to do or think or how, we're going to explore. We're going to get into all of this and see what your energies are all about, and what's ready to go and what's ready to come in. So at the end, we have a really powerful death ritual, death to the old, to the wounded feminine, and stepping strong into the powerful, healthy feminine energies that you're wanting to rock out. And we're going to, move forward with concrete tools and plans and action items that you can take to really start imbuing this healthy energy after you've released so much of the victim consciousness, blame, shame, resentment, anger. There's a lot of anger in the wounded feminine. Again, the unhealthy sexuality. So once we understand all of this, we can work with it at a much, much higher level, So that's it in a nutshell. Check out the links below that have so much more information. And yeah, let's and I look forward to seeing you at an upcoming event, new moon, full moon circles. Let's see what else. Oh, Earth Day is coming up. We're gonna have a lovely land healing ritual for that. So, okay, I'm at 15 minutes now. I think I'll stop. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm just so grateful that we're all moving through this together. It's powerful times, and yeah, let's honor those beautiful energies that we inherited as well. So, thanks all. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.